Alright, so this is video 2 of 5 today, and then I'm going to be done with Psalm 119. So the next section is verses 145 through 152. And you know what? It's incredibly quiet out here, so I feel like I'm like yelling, you know. The verse that I liked was verse 147, sorry. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I have put my hope in your word. And this is the question. It says, what question, or I add a problem, would keep you up all night? What do you do with time spent waiting in lines and in traffic? So this is how I started out. I started naming all my problems that keep me up at night, like, you know, baby girl, bills. Not necessarily liking someone is a problem. It could be if it's a wrong person. Job interviews, that's not necessarily a problem. And I put, you could be excited about a trip, you know, where you're going, or excited about starting a new job or anything, you know. And it's so funny because I, you know, started thinking about all the bad stuff that keeps me up at night. But there's good things too that keep you up at night. You know, if you're excited, you know, about going somewhere or meeting someone or just doing something, you know, so it doesn't always necessarily have to be bad stuff that keeps us up at night. Next question, what do you do with time spent waiting in lines and traffic? Well, driving, for me, I live in the Northeast. That doesn't tell you exactly where I live, so I'm good. I live in the Northeast, and my job is like 30 minutes away, I guess. Well, really, it's like 20 without traffic, I guess. I don't know. But pretty much, let's just say it takes me 30 minutes to get to work. So I don't know if anybody else lives in the Northeast, but if you live in the Northeast, you know what I'm talking about. Trying to either, whether you're on 20 or 77, trying to get, you know, to the other side of town, what you most likely, at least one day a week, you're going to end up stuck in traffic sitting still, you know. And then if you count all the times there's accidents, good Lord have mercy, right? You're going to sit there for a while. So usually what I end up doing is playing my worship music. I mean, that's what I do every morning when I go to work anyways. Sometimes I'll play pop music, a song here and there if I need it, if I feel like I need to pump myself up, or I use more like upbeat Christian music like Toby Mac or whatever if I need to pump myself up before I get to work, because sometimes I do, right? So basically I use it for worship. Now lines are harder because I can't sit there and worship God. Like, say if I'm in line at Target, you know what I'm saying, I can't turn on my phone. I guess I can. People are gonna look at me like I'm nuts, you know. I don't like to draw attention to myself. I don't. So if I turn on my phone, you know, and I start singing because I know I can't sing, it's gonna draw some crazy attention to myself. So I'm not gonna do that. So sometimes I guess like I'll try and find someone to talk to, maybe, or someone. Usually I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna talk to you first if I don't know you. Now if I know you, I can talk up a storm. But if I don't know you, generally I just don't speak to you, because I was taught as a child, you know, pretty much keep your mouth shut. You know, you're a child, keep your mouth shut. And I think that's kind of transcended over into my adulthood. So I generally just don't approach people and just start talking to them. I just don't, because I think that for the most part people don't want to be bothered, especially in today's world. You know, they don't want to be bothered with you, they don't know you, they don't want to be bothered, you know. So generally I won't, but if someone speaks up to me, then I will talk to them. So that's generally, and that goes for everybody in every situation. So there was a verse that I thought of, because like I said on the first question about keeping you up all night, like I thought of the bad things that keep you up. So the scripture that I thought of was Psalm 121 and 4, and this is Mary's paraphrase of it. God never sleeps nor slumbers. So I don't need to stay awake about stuff, you know, bad stuff anyway, because God's got it. You know, he's going to be awake all night. Why do I need to stay awake and let this stuff worry me and bother me? I don't. God's got my back, so I can't go to sleep. Now, stuff that excites you, that's a different story. Like, you just are going to stay awake because you're excited, you know? So there's nothing there. So I guess, you know, like, I don't know if it's just me or if it's just people in general. Like, we tend to look at the bad stuff. But, like, that's why I said, like, I looked at the bad things that keep me up at night as opposed to those good things that you're excited for, you know, like a job interview, or, you know, maybe you have a date, you know, or maybe you're going on a trip, or maybe your family's coming to visit, you know, and they're far away, you know, and you don't get to see them often, something like that. Those good things, you know, like, I guess I kind of have a tendency to gear towards what is bad first and then look at the good stuff. So that's an area where I need help, and you might need help there too. I don't know. But so I guess just ask yourself, you know, what keeps you up at night if you are someone, you know, that does that. And just, there's a verse that I'm thinking of, it says cast your cares on him, because he cares for us. You know, and different people say cast your anxieties on him because he cares for us, whatever. It's all the same thing. I think it's in First Peter or St. Peter. I don't know. I can throw out numbers. I don't even, like, it's in the New Testament. I know that. I'm pretty sure it's in Peter. First Peter, Second Peter, one of those. I don't know. Whatever. It might be James. Whatever. It's the New Testament. Google it. But it's just basically saying, you know, give God your cares, your worries of this world, because he cares for you. He loves you, you know, and he'll take care of those things. So we don't need to be worried about what keeps us up at night. Like, we don't even need to let things keep us up at night, unless it's those things that are exciting to us. So that's the end of video 2. What? Okay, so I'm going to do video 3 next.